so it'll definitely be more fundamentals looking at like this game. On the defense. So everything's all good, right? You can see everything. All perfect. Yeah. Nice.
I mean, I still can just watch your stream, and then you don't need to...
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It looks like you don't know what you're doing right now.
No, I just was watching where the water was coming from.
Oh god.
I mean, I had time.
So the problem so far with this position that you're playing is that, like, I mean, it's not actually that bad, because if you drop down, so you see on my cursor, it's down here. The flash lineup's like pretty good if they push, but like I think you're sort of better across like towards this side of the map. I quite like this position, like over these two choke points, but this is like wouldn't be my go-to when I look at the map. What is this? One way. I don't think this one way helps your team, because it basically means that they can, it's a one way for them. It means that this guy has no flexibility to peek, and it also means they're not scared of you, they're not scared of this angle, so they're gonna tunnel vision on you. So Reyna can't peek now. Reyna went to peek and I had to move away. Yeah, like he's even a bit confused. Yeah.
Better she don't peek, so she don't die.
I would not buy a frenzy on this map either. This is going to be quite hard for you. Right now I'm thinking they've got a chamber, you haven't got a smoke for 14 seconds, you're probably not going to be able to pull off this flank. I don't really like to flank when I've got my flash, so I would position myself more to here to sort of do something like when they plant the bomb, I'm going to flash. That sort of stuff, because I think you're going to get hit by the trip here, I would assume, if he's done one. Maybe there's just not a trip. There should be, no, there definitely, he should be buying 6 bullets and trip.
He should, but he didn't.
And now, by the way, even with your frenzy, look at this, like how are you meant to perform here? Yeah, like that's just like a poor, I would say that's poor planning, because I think all your decisions didn't suit the round. So you didn't get to use your flash, you probably wouldn't have been able to use your flash, you had a frenzy, they should have had a trip, I promise you, higher rank they would have had a trip, watching the flank there. And now you kind of just, all the decisions were a little bit like off. So you're opting to play this position again. How much did you? I wouldn't buy. I mean, you can buy your abilities here, but like I just don't really. This is fine. I wouldn't buy my TPs, that's for sure. I might buy my smokes.
Anyways, don't want to use the second.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's probably better to do it like that. I just have no self-control. I'll end up using the abilities, thinking I've won the round. I want you to think about, like, when you're walking through this smoke, how much worse it is for you to walk through the left side than the right side. So if you walk around the right side, you're not exposed to this doors angle. If I get up a thing like this, you can still see this, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So when they've got a smoke down like this, when you're walking through like this, let's just say this is what we've got. You're exposed to like any guy that's sort of, if it would let me drag it. So you're exposed to this guy, and like you're still exposed to this guy here. Whereas if you were to walk through on this side, you're not gonna be seen by neon, which means you're like isolating a fight. But where you walk through here, they can easily crossfire for you, and you've got no room to really work with. Like, it's not, you can't peek with intent. So like, you see how you have to walk out of this. You can't really actually peek them up here. Like, you're kind of like shifting through, but you could do like a little peek that's like, doesn't make noise, you know? Like, you don't have to make noise, you just do a little peek. It's unlucky you get stunned for sure, but I don't even know if you would have got stunned. What's the line that he stunned? You would have got stunned anyway, I think. Unfortunately, but I think I just would never walk through this side of the smoke. Like, I want you to think about like the angles when you come out, because you kind of walk mindlessly like out the smoke. Like, look where your crosshair is, right? The second you come out, do you think there's gonna be an enemy here? Like, this is not where your crosshair should be. I guarantee if you walk through this side, you would have had your crosshair up here somewhere, or at least on the floor around this area, and then adjusted it. Playing this position again. I think there's some sort of smokes you could do off the start of the round. Like, maybe you could smoke up here, maybe you could smoke off this, maybe you could like smoke off like up here, or just something. Like, I'm sure there's a one-way on this corner. I can almost guarantee there's a one-way on this corner that you can hold, and it'll be really good because the line of sight is really far for your defenders. So I literally, you know, on Ascent you can do the one-ways like this one that's in the wall. I'm certain, well, I'm 100% certain you can one way like this, and then your mate from down here will be able to watch underneath that, because it's quite a high corner, so you'll be fine to sort of do that. And if you're not going to do something like that, then, you know, maybe drop your smoke here, maybe drop your smoke here. At least make it like harder, at least like cut the angles in mid that they can peek off like in 50%. So, you could do something like this. It's a little bit more risky. I wouldn't be that fearful, because I think the smoke will drop a bit late. I don't see the point of smoking like this or like around here. It's giving them a lot of control. You could probably one way this, but then I think you would have to play a position like this to actually hold underneath it. So what I'd like to see on your Pearl games is open your rounds with probably one of these 3 smokes would be my go-to.
Yeah, in my last games I forgot sometimes to smoke, because I tried to concentrate more on my aim.
I'm not hearing that as an excuse. I'm not taking that excuse. I'm not taking it. Since lesson 1 I've been banging on. That was one of the first things I told you.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, the problem with this flash was never getting impact, by the way. They weren't in enough. You didn't have enough audio to assume they're in. Plus, it's a near sight anyway, so you've got to imagine if they're blind. Let's say they've got enemy Phoenix. Like, if he's here, he can easily kill you double doors still, because it's only a near sight. If you were close to the door trying to collapse off of it, if he was here, he would still be able to kill you. If he was here and you ran up like here to chase with your flash, he would have he would have been able to see you at least. So I'd definitely try and not throw away. Like, this is the best ability that you have.
Okay.
Like, you don't even really try and, like, there's no way you capitalize off this. And now the problem is, because you've thrown this flash, that they're going to be staring at you. Like, they are super aware of you doors now. Because the enemies will just put, you know, you flashed, okay, he's going aggressive, he wants to fight. I would say this is a bit aggressive. You're in a 5v3, do you need to take this fight? Like, you're trying to bring it to them, and I don't think you should. You've got 2 smokes up. How long have you had 2 smokes up for? Is this the entire round?
Yeah.
No. I told you about this. You could have had 2 smokes down by now. If you were thinking about flanking, this is a good time to. This might actually be what you do. I don't mind the flank here. I want you to really, like, something that I want you personally to focus on is your crosshair placement, because if we view how you go around this corner, like, look where your crosshair is. Like, there's no one there. There's definitely no one up there, unless you're playing against a giant. And, like, look, and then it's the adjust. Like, had you actually peeked into any enemy there, you would have died if they were holding you.
Yeah, okay.
And here, just walk up, just nice and calm. Perfect. See, that part was good. Your crosshair placement was good. That's all nice. Do you win this game or lose this game?
We won.
What was the score?
I don't know. I was match MVP at least.
Okay. This is good. This is more like it. It's like you're listening live. Very aggressive, but I'm not super against it. You like, this is a good play actually. You just gotta be careful of that. The problem with this is, the problem with smoking it is it's so loud. Like, I can guarantee you that these people hear this. And if they don't, they are not aware. Maybe if it's only one person, you might be alright, but that soak is super loud. Like, if you go, we'll go on a server sometime and I'll smoke it and you'll see how loud it is. I think you could have, this is really nice, but I think you could have trigger disciplined a little bit more there. Like, but maybe you would have got punished for it, but I don't know. I personally, because you're 3v5, I wouldn't be happy with the 1 kill. I would go for like 2 or 3. So this is a secured kill, and I would sort of go for the ones down here first. Playing aim lab. So you don't really do anything too bad. I think the things you could have done better was maybe come to your team that you got a flank, so don't peek. Because I'm assuming Chamber gives his life up for free. Yeah, he does. So you could have maybe given your team a little bit more aware, like alert, that you were gonna flank. Might have saved their life. And then here I would have personally went for more kills. Like, I would have tried to get behind like 2 or 3 of them. Because 1 kill and 2 kills isn't really good enough to like win the round at that specific situation. That's toxic. It's only 4 rounds in. You can't flame, Mr. Pale. You cannot be flaming.
I was really mad.
This flash again, this is not good.
Yeah.
You're like, this is just not an angle you want to flash. I'm not surprised you got punished. Do you know what? You would have been better off typing in chat, I'm about to peek double doors. And you would have had more chance of killing him than what you just did. Oh, German rage. My favourite. My favourite.
I raged to myself. I don't tell that to my team.
No, that is funny. So those flashes, all the flashes she's thrown so far have been really bad. Like, it's really hard to pull off a flash here. This angle's better to flash from. This is... Are you talking to yourself?
Yeah, the whole time.
my ranks looking you crazy, bro. Oh.
I try to not play my team because I know they just don't play better than. So I just tell everything in myself, just like, why is this thing so bad? I just had a hard day, and I know that I have to send you 1 VOD. And after that game, I went off. So like, okay, I did my job. So I wasn't really ready.
I'm trying to work out whether this guy naded you because you flashed or not. Because it was just after, but he would have had to have his nade in his hand anyway. I mean, that's pretty tough. I think that I don't think there's too much wrong with this. Again, apart from the fact you haven't soaked off spawn, I think that's a mistake. But yeah, like, to be honest, there's not really anywhere you can go. You could have potentially TP'd into this, but that would have been super risky in itself. And like, you had a decent chance of winning that fight. Alright, I'll save you the embarrassment of the rage. I'll try and skip it. So again, like, you're just opening up the rounds a little bit wrong. Like, you played the same position every time as well. Nice. I want you to reposition now. You should definitely reposition. This is really good. Hey, this is more like it. What are you doing? Wait. I would not do this personally. This is way too risky for me.
Sometimes the risky TPs works.
Does it work? Do you pull this off?
Sometimes.
It's good that you didn't peek instantly, I will say that. I think you heard a guy on your right, no? I'm pretty sure you heard a guy in that spawn. At that point, you might as well have broken it. What? Oh, I'm surprised that worked.
No, Chipper died.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't even gonna work. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. One way in on the box wouldn't have been bad, by the way. Because you're at a lower angle, so one way in is really good for you. So you could one way on top of that box, that would have been nice. Oh, my nose is just running, I don't know why. Overall that was fine. I just think like I personally wouldn't have done that TP. I think you open up the round nice, and you repositioned, or you went to reposition and you ulted. So there wasn't too much bad about that. And then I'll say obviously your smoke needed to be a bit better. You look very uncomfortable on this map, like you're hesitating quite a lot. I would have been ready. I'm looking at my Killjoy setup and I'm looking to, like my flash is already, like I know my flash is a good line here. So what I'm thinking is if this alarm bot goes off and I flash, they might just run around and panic and they're going to be in mollies. Killjoy should have done the setup a little bit better. The mollies should have been in a better position than that. But yeah, you could flash here. Imagine if you flashed this for your team. The smoke's fine, to be honest, but I would have potentially flashed a bit earlier and told my team that I was going to flash. So kind of like, I feel like you're just kind of like out the action. I would not flash this personally. Like it's not so bad, but I think it would have just been better to smoke it and then flash the actual site. You got us. They haven't even planted the bomb yet actually, so I definitely wouldn't have flashed. This is good. I'll tell your team you got to smoke. I always com to my team what you two I have as soon as I think the bomb's about to get planted. What?
I was reloaded. You can't have more luck than this. I know this was horrible, but...
He shot you from behind, hello? He shot you from behind already. You knew it, you knew that he was behind you, look. I don't even need to talk about this.
No, this was, I don't know. Yeah, or no, because...
There's so much wrong with that play that is... And he was shooting you from behind, so you knew it. You got to soak up.
But I forgot it because I was so like, whoa, what a breach.
So here you're just panicking for no reason. It's a 3v2, and you got the advantage. You got rain on the flank. Like you don't need to go outside here. You just got to hold like a good angle for you and play the advantage properly. Fighting here is troll. You trolled this. This is troll. If you lose this round, it's on you. Because you should have just smoked him off and then just played like an angle like so. So I would have played something like behind this where I'm holding a little bit more tight in. So I'm sort of holding. Let me do a better thingy. So I would have held something like sort of like this, or like something like this, you know, from behind, rather than like I would not. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I would not have looked into this bit. Like I don't want to hold him here. I would have just smoked and let him sort of come out, and then took like a way more like passive fight with him. Because there was a luxury as well. If you played somewhere like here, then your Reyna over here could have like held your cross and like peeked on your contact. So that would have been nice as well. This is good. Why some rounds do you do this? This is another bad flash. I hope you don't first. This is better because your teammate's there, but remember what I said about holding smokes? You don't hold the middle of smokes. You gotta hold the outside. Like your aim. No one's walking through this bit of the smoke. No one. Good flash. I'll be telling my Reyna, like I'm flashing for you, Reyna. Like use your comms. They're a skill in itself. This is fine. Nice. I'll be smoking right now. I've got one smoke. I know my killjoy's a bit under pressure. I'm either smoking the top of this or I'm one way in. Because right now you're playing for yourself. You're not thinking about the situation, and the situation is that your killjoy's about to get overwhelmed on the bomb site. Like this is too, yeah. I wouldn't want. So a few things here is, I don't think you want to be around here. You got a kill. They're super aware of you in this position. They're going to be waiting for the smoke to fade, or like in the smoke as he was. They're expecting you here. You didn't smoke, and then when you did hold the smoke, look where your Crosshair is. You're raging, but I'll be raging at myself if that was me. But that plays like, because look at his situation, right? He's in 3v4. At the end of the day, like, this is, as much as it's kind of like a stupid play by itself, it's, you know, he has to do something aggressive. He's got to equalise the numbers. You're destroying this breach, man. Reposition. Go, you could even go, like, you could literally go on here if you really wanted. Get a kill, drop, TP. Remember your flash is really good from down here, because if you look at it, you know, it's a near sight. Like if you get around here, like this is nice, you know, if they try and push you. Here you got smokes again. You had 2 smokes the entire start round again. You really want to be using those. This, in my opinion, this is okay at this point. I don't mind you holding this angle. I would not. At second up smoke phase, I'm not holding this. This is fine as well. I don't mind you holding this. This is fine. I think this is a bit rushed though. It's 5v3. They've not planted the bomb yet. Why are we doing all of this? Like, this is so risky. They've got a chamber when you're running around in the open like this. Like, it's fine that you kill him, but this was not a good play. This was greedy. Or, like, not even greedy. I'd say it's just panicky. Like, you're just relax here, you know? Like freeze frame here. Like, look at this. 5v3, 2 on the flank. The only thing you got a flash to stop them planting. Obviously, it might not stop them planting, but to put pressure on. So when they get to flank, like, it's going to buy time. Your goal here is to delay as much as possible. And obviously you go like this and you killed in the back. But the thing is, if you had waited, you would have been way more prepared for this guy. Because you smoked too early as well, because that's what happened. The jet had already managed to get across and then just lurk behind your smoke. You just need to freeze there and just hold some good angles. Just delay. Here, like, you literally got a kill doing this last round. You can't open up your next round doing the same thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because Chamber's just unaware, but like, you will get punished for doing this. Again, middle of the smoke. You're late on killing him. You probably would have killed this guy if you were holding the left side of the smoke. This is fine. Just be careful the Phoenix pot flash. Or the breach flash. I would actually stand a little bit closer potentially. You hear them running here. You don't have a smoke, so I'd potentially be considering my TP around here. Yeah,
I whiffed.
no, that's okay. That's okay. To be honest, I was gonna say you should TP, but you actually do well there. I might have died there. This isn't so bad, I guess. It's just like, your Crosshair placement wasn't even bad. It's just kind of, he just kind of owned you, to be honest. There wasn't really much info going on. There wasn't too much wrong with that. Could have peaked with a little bit more intent, but honestly, like, I think he played that well. He was kind of baiting his team by being there, to be honest. No. I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah. If you're gonna, you can't really ult behind people on this map, I find. Like, when I look at the map, it's not a good map for that. This is good, but you got smoke. Like, help your team. Like, smoke this so they can get out with a killjoy ult. They're gonna you're gonna funnel them into you. So get the smoke down. Get this. Where is the smoke? He needs to be down.
No, I remember I die here and then I rage.
Okay, 4v2. Just run back. Do not. You should not stand here.
I wanted the vandal from the raid, but I didn't pick it up.
I just. How many times have I told you about playing the numbers advantage? How many times?
I forget every time to watch. I don't realize that's 4v2.
Oh, you need to get something, because that's like a lot of your situations. You need 2 notes so far that's like really big, which is smoke off the start of the round and play your numbers. Like, this is like such an unnecessary risk, and I'm gonna skip your rage because I know it's bad. I'm gonna save you that. Shorty on attack. What are you doing? Are you trolling at this point?
No.
This is troll. This is 100% troll. This is troll. You're griefing. Why is there brimstone used 2 out of whatever smoke? Maybe as a 3rd one. I don't know. You could have used all 3. I am mad right now that you got a kill. If I ever see you bias again, I'm not doing another lesson.
The shorty is so bad.
Why on attack? Like,
if sometimes just run in and
no, just do. You could have burst that guy. You only hit him 60. No, you only hit him 12.
I didn't get to it, man. Yeah.
That is troll. That
Okay, I know my
grief.
troll,
And also, you didn't use the smoke off spawn again. Smoke something off.
Okay.
Maybe you smoke this as attacker. It's probably quite good, actually, as a default smoke. I would say, because I'm not really, like I said, I've not played too much Omen, but the sort of stuff I'll be looking for on the attack, like the sort of open smokes. Something like this, because it's denying, like, it's quite hard for them to get up to this position. Maybe you're looking at something like this. Maybe, I don't know if I'm too much of a fan of that, but it's not so bad. You could probably do something like this as well. This would be quite nice. Just because it means that they have to worry about this. But this is not too bad either, because a lot of people play this angle, you know, where you were playing, where you hold the doors. That's not a bad smoke either. You could do close to the doors, but again, I'm not really a fan of it. I don't really think it does too much. I'd be happy with the enemy being there. Maybe if they go on orb, it's a bit different. You could potentially do something like this as attack, just so that you have the ability to potentially cross here and they have to worry about it. But I would open up my rounds with one of these smokes. One of these. I'll save that for you and send that over after.
I never heard smoke like this.
Yeah, these are.
I mean, if you want to go A, I block myself or not?
No, but you're not gonna. This is like it's to deny info. So you're opening smoke. It's different. If you're gonna rush a bomb site, if your plan is to rush A, then obviously don't throw the smoke because you need your 2 smokes up for your execute. Right? But if you're gonna just play like a default round where you're playing a bit slower and you're not committing to a rush, like you wouldn't soak this if you might even soak that if you're gonna rush B, but I wouldn't because you're gonna need. This is pretty hard with Omen. It's the only thing I don't know the best 2 smokes. My theory would probably be these, but then this is scary. It's a hard one. B long is just really bad for the T's, I think. But yeah.
Not really. Is Astra not a good option for Pill?
You can still you have the same issue that you have with Omen of only 2 smokes. So I probably wouldn't play Astra on this map. I like Omen's flash. I like the possibility of being able to do, you know, potentially if you think the guy's here, something like this. I like being able to do like this sort of stuff. I like these, and just like I like Omen in general. Like Viper's alright, but I don't really like Viper on this map personally. but she definitely helps you go B a lot more. But yeah, definitely think about opening up your rounds with one of these smokes. I don't want to see that. I'd say that this is a little bit, like, there's nothing wrong with what you actually did. Well, we'll look at your crosshair placement. Your crosshair placement, I'm pretty sure we could break this down all the time. Like, this is a common trend with your games. It's your crosshair placement, because look, like, that's higher than it should be. And then when you come around, like, look at this, like, your crosshair's in nowhere again. Like, if anyone peeks at this part, like, you're at a disadvantage. It's coming over, and you know you're preparing for this angle because it's your next peak, but you don't have to prepare for it when you're all the way, when you're back here, you know? I'll say it's a little bit too aggressive. Like, your peak's actually fine here, but you've got 2 smokes. You could split A, but you kind of just come in solo, and you take in a 4v3, you take a 1v1, that's a 50-50, and of course you lose it, and you could have won it, but I would say that that's, like, not a good play for you. Not too much of a fan of this. This again, if they have a shorty here, you're not. This blind's doing nothing. Don't really like this. Definitely not a judge. I don't know why you've become Shotgun Sam on the T side. You're just buying a shotgun every round. I don't know what's happened here. Wouldn't have been my choice of smoke out of all the ones.
I have a shotgun as well. I just realized now.
What did you say?
My Killjoy have a shotgun.
Yeah, this is just... I would have smoked something different here. Maybe underneath here or something. I wouldn't have considered this as much of a threat. Because your plant wasn't even exposed to that. I don't even know what I'm watching at this point. I just don't know what to say. You can just jump at him. I mean, you kill him, but I just would never buy a shotgun on attack. Like, what are you going to do this round? Like, how on earth are you going to make this work? You're at a major disadvantage. You could have got all the kills you got them with Spectre, and you would have a good chance in this round. A near sight again, so you're not going to kill anyone at the gap. Like, the Omen flash doesn't have good synergy if you're using a shotgun. Because half the time, if you're in a range to kill them with a shotgun, they're going to be able to see at the end of the flash. It was a waste of your flash as well, because there was just no way you capitalise off of this. You're lucky that smoke. What are these brimstone smokes? He's trolling, 100% trolling. That's not a real smoke. Yeah, like, you had a Spectre, you got a chance of killing him, but I don't know what. You can't stop buying shotguns. Literally, I don't need to break that down, but stop buying shotguns on attack. If you want to buy it on defense and play close here, it's actually not so bad. Yeah, this is the tough part. It's like, what do you smoke? You could do this smoke and then the heaven one, but you still just so many angles. This is the only problem. That's good. Crosshair placement again is off though. Nice shot. Your aim was looking pretty good today. Thanks, Kai.
Yeah, today is why not the first? It's okay. And why?
This is all fine. Are you still talking to yourself?
Yeah.
You are going crazy, bro. You're playing too much.
I need friends.
Well, this is okay. You wearing the spike? So I personally wouldn't do this smoke, but it's not so bad. Like I said, I'd prefer one of the other ones that I suggested. This is troll. There's no need to go. There's no need to do this. You know, not only because there's no way.
Yeah.
How do I coach this? How do I coach? How do I coach you? What? I think you're just a bit. I think you're just a bit lost of your openings here. Like, I think your round openings need a little bit of work. So, like I said, I would start off with one of these smokes, and then I would sort of look to maybe use it. Maybe I use my fake TP. Maybe I just use it for the sound cue. you know, maybe I TP to somewhere like here. If my teammates are like around me, maybe I just do something, but like I wouldn't rush into it. Like there's no reason to push a smoke, especially your own smoke. Just no reason to do that. But that's a silly death. Hopefully, you said you match MVP here, so you must step it up. I don't know, you've kind of got a lot of kills.
Yeah, I guess it's because of my kills.
I'll be very surprised if this worked. So again, you've not opened your round up with a smoke. So now your teammates are... I doubt you're going to go into your realm here. So your teammates are just crippled. Now they're going into A with no support. They don't have your flash. They don't have your smoke. And like you're stood here and you're just gambling hard. Like what would happen in my games is there might be a guy here that comes back and just clears through their spawn. There'll probably be one guy from A and one guy from B that just clear out their spawn. It works out well for you here because your teammates, because you're definitely going to get this kill, I would assume. But your teammates are just going in dry. Like your killjoys just ran into A site with a shotgun. Like that's not something that you can repeat. You definitely get this kill.
Yeah, I was thinking about knifing and then I, no, don't roll it.
You've already trolled enough this game.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll put it down to Pearl. Really not too much that's gone on so far. On the, please put smoke down. Please put smoke down. Please put. You're baiting. So like, I'm hoping that you're gonna smoke A for your team here, because they're rushing A and you're just in no man's land.
Yeah.
You're definitely not gonna throw a smoke. You're literally aggressive in mid. So you got to understand your responsibility in this round. Like you can do the luck that you want to do with this, but you need to smoke for your team first. Like that's a priority. Again, they're coming in with nothing. And you've been spotted in mid, so they're going to be way more ready for something like this anyway. Bear in mind you lucked last round as well, so it's already in their head to check for that type of stuff. Worst case scenario, even if you've done all of your stuff here, you need to comm that you're going to flank for your team. Like at least tell them to wait for you, because they've got no idea. Like they're not going to be looking at their radar and pay attention to it in this rank. Like I would be telling my Reyna to, yeah, your Killjoy's got good comms there. He's commed for you, but that should be you comming that. Like your Reyna's fighting here, kill it easy. Flash. Okay, it's fine. I would have like got one kill, just touched, flashed, and then killed him like guaranteed. But that's fine. You killed them both. So yeah, you need to comm a lot more to your teammates, because you haven't really done that at all this game, and you're solo queue as well. Like I know it's hard when you're duo triple to comm to the team a bit more, but when you're solo, there's not really any excuse. Again, you've not opened up your round of a smoke. Like your team's winning fights, but that's like your Killjoy, which shouldn't even be happening anyway, is finding all your entries right now. Killjoy could have easily died. Like he's taken 50-50 angels at the opening of every round so far. I don't know what your intent is here. Look at your radar. You've got your chamber towards B. You've got no A long map control. Like where are you going? Like are you planning to split A? Are you? The problem with this flash as well, I want you to think about this, is so when you're stood here, say that you blind and say that you do blind an enemy here. Let's just say they've got an enemy breach here, or they might have the enemy breach. Say that he was here for whatever reason. Say enemy brim here. You throw this flash, as you did. They are just going to run away. No one's going to be stood. Even if they were stood here, they can still run away. Like no one is going to be stood here. Like they just got an escape. And then all they're going to do is they're either going to run away or they're just going to sit close here. And they're near site, so it's not even, doesn't affect them. Or they're going to run away if they're here. Bear in mind you're running around like headless against a chamber ult as well. Here, like you could have waited for Killjoy. Like you didn't need to peek this. Killjoy's about to clear this in like 1 second. Like if Brimstone and peeked you and you died, Killjoy would have traded, but you didn't need to do that. You know what I mean? Like you could have just waited a little bit. Here, you got 2 smokes. Please don't run through the Brimstone smoke. This is fine. See, that was much better. That was much better. I would say your crosshair's in the wrong place again. Put your crosshair either here or here. Don't put it in the middle. That's happened quite a lot this game already. That's fine. Nothing else for that. Nice shot. These are good. So now it's 3v2. I would not be pathing up this side of B, because you're asking them to duel you here, and you don't want to take an aim duel in this round. It's a 4v2. Well, they're gonna res, so it'll be a 4v2. It's a 3v2 right now, and you've got res. You don't like just chill behind here. Just wait, like relax. Just let the situation happen. You got your Killjoy lurking. Maybe see if he knows what's going on. Here, you're just asking to throw away the advantage. Like, this is so risky. This is too risky. It's just unnecessary. This is good. Good smoke. This is good flash. I would not have used... Why did you use that? What made you... Yeah, why did you use the flash?
Maybe there's someone.
Yeah, but even if there was someone, why do you need to kill them? Do you need to kill this guy? Right now?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you need to kill him?
Maybe he's popping off and kill my whole team?
No, it's 3v2. Why do you need to kill him yourself? Why do you need to go take a duel with him? You're better, like, as well, like, look at, like, read the situation, right? They've got a Phoenix and a Breach. Both of those characters are very loud. So they're probably going to throw either their wall, their flash, like, you probably won't need to get much info on them. Like, they're going to give it to you and you just counter utility with your flash. So... Let's just say, well, they had a Breach and a Phoenix, so whichever way they want to do it. You're probably going to hear these, so I would have just stood here and held like a nice, like, sort of tight angle, close enough to like dodge a flash, that type of stuff. And then I'm just ready to, the second that they start making noise based on where my teammates are, I would tell them like I'm going to flash when I'm ready. And they might come out, like Phoenix might flash out here or whatever, and then you just do your flash, and then you can sort of fight with your teammates. You're kind of doing this for no reason. Like even holding this angle is just unnecessary. You got to remember, when you get high in the rank as well, people are going to peek you with way more intent. So you can't hold, like you can't be you can't be that careless, otherwise you're going to be sort of punished. Like that's nice. But again here, you kind of had to do stuff like this because you had burnt your flash. If you kept your flash, you would have just thrown it off this Breach flash, and they would have both been blind, and you just kill them. Whenever it's chaotic, something to consider, what I do on Omen is I'll just TP. Like I'll just do like a fake TP, just to make him even more confused. You could TP here. That's good. So I think, imagine that situation if you'd kept your flash. You would have dealt with that so much easier then. So much easier.
Shit, so I'm wasting or...
You're wasting your util, really. Like, you wasted your flash a lot. Remember I said when you started playing Omen, like, the flash is why he's so good. It's good that you mixed up your Omen ult from last time, like just slightly. You need to get out. Yeah, this is fun. This is good. I mean, you win this fight, but all I would have said is possibly get behind this box and just drop down your smokes to your team as quick as possible. Because this came down to like a 1v1 at 4v3, and I would just be like, you could have easily lost this. Like again, you're getting rewarded because you win the fight. But it's more important to do your job, you know, your role is to get your smokes down. Get them down and then you can do whatever you want after that. This is too aggressive, this is just straight greed. I hope you die here. I hope you get punished for this.
I'm not sure.
Tell your team you're gonna smoke him off. Tell your team you got flash. This is fine. No need to do it like this. I would have just kept your gun out. Like, they're loud characters again. Look, breach done. Now I'd be ready to flash. I wouldn't have flashed that early though. They're most likely going to use a flash as their util to come out. And then you win.
This time I wait for the breach ability to flash then.
You didn't. Oh, you did. You actually did. Yeah, my bad. This was better. Yeah, this was better. I was saying that I would have waited for the flash. They don't actually flash so. But yeah,
okay.
They didn't flash. But I would have expected them to flash, so I would have kept my... I would have either waited for them to flash or my teammate have contact. I wouldn't have just... Because if you look at your Sage, he can see that... Wait, now he's unpeaked, but he was holding before. But yeah, so I'd say like you were just a bit over-aggressive, but this was good. It's good that you actually waited to flash here. You didn't really flash for no reason. And you actually soaked them off, which was good. So what I'll do is I'll send you over the smokes to do at the start round. I want you to really play your advantages a lot more. Like, I've been saying it for a while, but like I really need you to like tighten up on that. Like I need you to be reviewing your own games and just review your defs and just see like did I have an advantage here? Did I throw it away for no reason?